I remember that night like it was yesterday, even though it's been years now. It was pitch black outside, the kind of darkness that swallows everything, and I woke up suddenly, my heart pounding for no reason at all. The clock on the nightstand glowed 12:03 a.m., and the house was dead silent, except for this faint murmur coming from downstairs. At first, I thought it was the wind or maybe the fridge humming, but no, it was a voice. Her voice. My wife, Emily, whispering in the living room like she didn't want anyone to hear. I froze in bed, straining my ears, and that's when I caught it. I can't keep this from him forever, but tonight, just hearing your voice, it means everything. My blood ran cold. Who the hell was she talking to at midnight? And why did she sound so intimate? I lay there, pretending to sleep, but my mind was racing a mile a minute. Emily and I had been married for 8 years, high school sweethearts, the whole fairy tale. We met at a football game when we were 16, her with that shy smile and those bright green eyes that could light up a room. We'd built a life together, a cozy house in the suburbs, 2 kids, Lily, our 6-year-old princess who loved drawing unicorns, and Max, our rambunctious 4-year-old who thought he was a superhero. We had date nights, family vacations, inside jokes that could make us laugh until our sides hurt. But lately, things had been off. Emily seemed distant, always on her phone, excusing herself to take calls in another room. I'd chalked it up to stress from her job as a nurse, long shifts, emotional patience, but now? This whisper in the dark? It felt like a knife twisting in my gut. I slipped out of bed quietly, my bare feet cold on the hardwood floor, and crept to the top of the stairs. The murmuring continued, soft and secretive. Yes, I know, it's been so long. I think about you every day. My stomach dropped. Was she having an affair? The thought hit me like a freight train. I pictured some faceless guy, charming and mysterious, stealing moments with my wife while I slept upstairs like a fool. I wanted to storm down there, demand answers, but something held me back, fear, maybe. Fear that confronting her would shatter everything. So I listened, heart hammering, as she let out a small laugh, the kind she used to give me when we'd stay up late talking about our dreams. You're right, we have to be careful. He can't find out like this. The call ended soon after, and I heard her footsteps padding back up the stairs. I dove back into bed, pulling the covers up, eyes squeezed shut. She slid in beside me, her body warm and familiar, but I couldn't bring myself to touch her. All night I lay awake, replaying those words in my head. Who is he? Me, obviously. But who was on the other end? By morning, I was a wreck, bags under my eyes, coffee tasting like ash. Emily kissed me goodbye as usual, off to her shift, and I forced a smile. Love you, she said, and I mumbled it back, feeling like a traitor. That day at work, I'm a high school history teacher, nothing glamorous, I couldn't focus. Kids droned on about the Civil War, but my mind was on my own personal battle. During lunch, I stared at my phone, debating whether to check hers when I got home. We'd always trusted each other, no passwords, no secrets. Or so I thought. When I got back that afternoon, the house was empty, kids at after-school activities, so I did it. I grabbed her phone from the charger in the kitchen. My hands shook as I scrolled through her call log. There it was, a call at 11:58 p.m. last night, to a number I didn't recognize. No name saved, just digits. I copied it down, my pulse racing, and then checked her texts. Nothing suspicious there, just mundane stuff with friends, the kids' school, me. But that number. I Googled it quickly. It traced back to a burner phone, untraceable. Great. I paced the kitchen, trying to calm down. Maybe it was a patient? Emily dealt with a lot of tough cases, cancer patients, elderly folks with no family. She was compassionate like that, always going the extra mile. But talking at midnight? Sounding so emotional? No, that didn't add up. I decided to play it cool that evening. When she got home, dinner was ready, spaghetti, her favorite. We ate as a family, Lily chattering about her art project, Max spilling sauce everywhere. Emily laughed, ruffled his hair, and for a moment, it felt normal. But I watched her closely, noticing how she glanced at her phone every few minutes, like she was expecting something. After the kids were in bed, We settled on the couch with a glass of wine. I tried to act casual. "Rough day?" I asked, stroking her hand. She sighed, leaning into me. "Yeah, the usual. But I'm okay." I wanted to ask about the call, but the words stuck in my throat. Instead, I said, "You know you can tell me anything, right? We're in this together." She looked at me then, her eyes softening, and for a second, I thought she might confess. But she just smiled sadly. "I know, Jake. I love you." We went to bed early, but sleep didn't come. Around 11 p.m., she slipped out again, phone in hand. I waited a few minutes, then followed quietly. Downstairs, same as before. Whispers in the dark. "I miss you so much. Sometimes I wonder if I made the right choice." My world tilted. Made the right choice? About what? Us? Our marriage? I clenched my fists, nails digging into my palms. This time, I heard a man's voice faintly through the phone, deep, reassuring. "It's okay. We'll figure this out." Who is he? A lover? An ex? Emily had dated someone before me in college, but that was ancient history. Or was it? The next few days blurred into a nightmare of suspicion. I started tracking her subtly. Checking her location through our shared app, noting when she was at work, but her car wasn't in the hospital lot. One afternoon, I even followed her after her shift. She drove to a coffee shop downtown, sat alone at a corner table, sipping latte and staring out the window like she was lost in thought. No one joined her, but she kept checking her watch. Was she waiting for him? Eventually, she left, and I tailed her home, feeling like a creep in some bad spy movie. At night, the calls continued. I'd pretend to sleep, then eavesdrop. Snippets like puzzle pieces. "The kids are doing great. Lily reminds me of you sometimes." Wait, what? Lily? Our daughter? How could a stranger know about her? No, that didn't make sense. Emily had never mentioned anyone from her past who could be connected like that. I dug into our old photo albums one day while she was out, flipping through pictures from before we met. There was one of her in college, arm around a guy with dark hair and a cocky grin. Could that be him? I searched his name online, marked something, but found nothing recent. The tension built inside me like a storm. I snapped at the kids over little things, withdrew from Emily. She noticed, of course. "What's wrong, Jake? You've been so distant." I wanted to scream, "Who's the guy you're talking to every night?" But I held back, needing proof. So I installed a tracking app on her phone. God, I hated myself for it. It recorded calls, texts, locations. The first night after, it pinged, another midnight call to that number. I listened to the recording the next day, hidden in my office at school. Her voice tearful. "I can't believe it's been 10 years. I thought I'd never hear from you again." The man, "Me too. But now that we're back in touch, we have to plan this carefully. He deserves to know, but not yet." He deserves to know? Know what? My hands trembled as I paused the recording. This wasn't just an affair. It felt bigger, more devastating. Was there a secret child? A double life? I confronted her that night, sort of. Over dinner, I casually mentioned, "Hey, who's been calling you late at night?" "Work stuff." She froze, fork midway to her mouth, then laughed it off. "Oh, just a colleague." Night shift drama. But her eyes darted away, and I knew she was lying. That night, I couldn't take it anymore. After she fell asleep, I snuck downstairs and dialed the number from my phone, blocking my ID. It rang twice before a man answered. "Emily? Is everything okay?" I hung up, heart exploding. His voice familiar somehow, but I couldn't place it. The next day, I called in sick to work and drove to the address linked to the number through a reverse lookup app. It was a rundown apartment building on the edge of town. I parked across the street, watching. Hours passed, nothing. Then, around noon, a man emerged, tall, scruffy beard, wearing a hoodie. He looked broken, like life had beaten him down. Was this the stranger? My wife's midnight confidant? I followed him to a diner, sat a few booths away, eavesdropping. He met with another guy, talking low about getting back on my feet and reconnecting with family. Family? My mind spun. That evening, back home, Emily was baking cookies with the kids, flour everywhere, laughter filling the kitchen. It broke my heart. How could she betray this? Us? I decided I'd confront her soon, but first I needed more. The calls kept coming, each one twisting the knife deeper. One night, I heard her cry softly, "I love him, but this secret, it's eating me alive." What secret? I racked my brain, thinking back to our early days. Emily had always been private about her family. Her parents died young, no siblings, she mentioned. But was there more? I started searching old records online, her high school yearbooks, anything. Found a newspaper clipping from 10 years ago. A car accident involving a young man, presumed dead, but body never found. The name, Alex Thompson. Emily's last name before marriage was Thompson. Wait, a brother? She never mentioned a brother. My head pounded. Could it be? A long-lost sibling? But why hide it? Why the midnight talks? I dug deeper, found court records. Alex had been in trouble, drugs, disappeared after the crash. If he was alive, why now? And why secrecy? That night, I listened again. Alex, we have to tell Jake. He's starting to suspect. Alex. There it was. But tell me what? The puzzle was forming, but pieces were missing. I felt a mix of relief, no affair, and dread. What else was she hiding? The next day, I pretended to go to work but circled back, hiding in the garage. Emily left with the kids for school, then came home alone. Her phone rang. Alex, hi, yeah, the plan is set. We'll meet tomorrow. Meet? Where? I had to know. That afternoon, I came home early, feigning illness. She fussed over me, but her worry seemed genuine. As we lay in bed, I whispered, is there something you need to tell me? She hesitated, tears welling. Jake, there's something from my past. But I can't, not yet. My heart shattered. Why not yet? What was so bad? The suspense was killing me. That night, no call. Maybe she sensed I was awake. Instead, she tossed and turned, murmuring in her sleep, "Forgive me." Forgive her for what? I couldn't sleep, imagining worst-case scenarios. Was Alex her ex? A lover? Or family with a dark secret? I had to find out. The next morning, I woke up determined. No more waiting in the shadows. I was going to uncover this myself. Emily kissed me goodbye, her lips lingering a second longer than usual, like she knew something was coming. Have a good day, love, she said, but her voice cracked just a little. I nodded, forcing a smile, and watched her drive off with the kids. As soon as they were gone, I grabbed her laptop from the study. We'd shared passwords forever, but today it felt like breaking into a vault. I searched her emails first, nothing obvious, just work stuff, bills, kid schedules. Then I checked her browser history. Cleared recently. Suspicious. Digging into deleted items, I found a thread from an anonymous email. Sis, it's really me. I survived the crash, but I had to disappear. Debts, bad people. I'm clean now. Wanna come home? Sis. So Alex was her brother. Relief washed over me like a wave, but it crashed into confusion. Why hide a brother from me? We'd talked about family, her parents' accident when she was a teen, leaving her alone. No mention of siblings. Was it shame? Trauma? The email chain continued, Emily replying, Alex, if this is you, prove it. Attachments, old photos, a birth certificate. Then her responses turned emotional. I've mourned you for years. Why no? His reply, I saw your family online. You have kids, my niece and nephew. I want to meet them, but carefully. Don't tell Jake yet, he might not understand. Might not understand? What the hell did that mean? I scrolled further. More details. Alex had been involved in some shady stuff before the death, drug running, owed money to dangerous folks. He faked his death to escape, lived underground for a decade. Now, reformed, he wanted back in. Emily's last email, we'll meet tomorrow at the old park. 2 p.m. But Alex, there's more you need to know. About Dad's will and other things. Dad's will? Her father died when she was 18, left her a small inheritance we used for our house down payment. What other things? My mind raced. Was there money involved? Secrets? I closed the laptop, head spinning. This wasn't just a reunion. It felt layered, like peeling an onion that made you cry with each layer. I decided to follow her to the meeting. Skip work again, call in sick, whatever. I needed to see this Alex for myself. That day dragged on forever. I busied myself with chores, but my thoughts were a tornado. Memories flooded back. Our wedding day, Emily walking down the aisle alone, no family on her side. She'd said she was an only child, orphaned young. I'd held her that night as she cried, promising I'd be her family forever. Was it all a lie? Or protection? By 1 p.m., I was in my car, parked a block from the park, an old spot we used to picnic with the kids, swings creaking in the wind, ducks in the pond. Emily arrived first, sitting on a bench, fidgeting with her scarf. She looked nervous, beautiful in the autumn light, leaves swirling around her. Then he showed up, Alex, matching the guy from the apartment. He approached slowly, hands in pockets. They hugged, long and tight, her shoulders shaking. I watched from behind a tree, binoculars like some paranoid detective. They talked for hours, laughing, crying, gesturing wildly. At one point, she pulled out a photo from her purse, our family picture. He touched it gently, tears in his eyes. I felt like an intruder, but I couldn't leave. As the sun dipped, they stood to go. Emily said something I couldn't hear, then handed him an envelope. Money? Documents? He nodded, hugged her again, and they parted. She drove home. He walked to a bus stop. I tailed him back to his apartment, noting the address. That night, over dinner, she was brighter, humming as she cooked. Good day? I asked, probing. Yeah, actually. Felt freeing. I nodded, but inside, questions burned. Later, in bed, she reached for me, her touch soft and yearning. We made love for the first time in weeks, passionate and desperate, like she was saying goodbye or holding on. Afterward, she whispered, Jake, promise me you'll always love me, no matter what. I pulled her close. Always. But, talk to me. She sighed. Soon. I promise. But soon didn't come. The midnight calls resumed, now with plans. Alex, come over next week. The kids will love you. Wait, introducing him? To our family? Without telling me? I listened, piecing it together. But there were hints of something darker. One call. What if he finds out about the money? Dad left it to both of us, but I used my share. Money? Her inheritance. Was it half hers, half Alex's? Did she take it all, thinking he was dead? I confronted the records again. Searched public databases for her father's will. There it was, estate divided between Emily and Alexander Thompson. But since Alex was deceased, it all went to her. We built our life on that money, house, savings. If he was alive, did he want his share back? Was that the secret? Emily hiding that she essentially stole from her brother? The thought sickened me. My wife, the kindest person I knew, capable of that? But grief does strange things. Maybe she blocked it out. I decided to meet Alex myself. The next day, I knocked on his apartment door. He opened it, wary. Can I help you? Up close, he looked like Emily. Same green eyes, same smile lines. I'm Jake, Emily's husband. His face paled. Oh God, she didn't tell you yet? We sat in his cramped living room, coffee steaming. He spilled it all. The crash, faking death to escape debtors, years on the run. Finding Emily online recently, reaching out. She's been amazing, helping me get back on my feet. Helping how? Some money, yeah, but mostly emotional support. I pressed, the inheritance? He shifted uncomfortably. Dad left us equal shares. But I was dead, so she got it all. I don't blame her. I just want family, not cash. But his eyes said otherwise, resentment flickering. She's planning to introduce me soon, he added. But there's something else, something she hasn't told me fully. Something else? My heart sank. What more? I left more confused. That night, Emily's call. Alex, Jake's suspicious. I think he knows. Knows what? I couldn't take it. After she hung up, I slipped downstairs. She jumped, phone dropping. Jake. You scared me. We need to talk. Now. She nodded, tears starting. We sat at the kitchen table, moonlight filtering in. I overheard you, weeks ago, talking to a stranger at midnight. Her face crumpled. It's not what you think. She confessed about Alex, brother, presumed dead, now back. The calls, the meeting. Relief hit me, but I pushed. Why hide it? And the money. She sobbed. I was ashamed. Alex was always in trouble, drugs, crime. When he died, I was relieved. God forgive me. Took the inheritance, started fresh with you. But now he's clean, wants in. And the money. I used it all. Our house, everything. If he claims his share, we could lose it. I held her, anger mixing with pity. We'll figure it out. But no more secrets. She nodded, but her eyes held something back. There's more, Jake. Something I haven't told anyone. More? My stomach nodded. What? She took a deep breath. Before we met, I was pregnant. With Alex's best friend's baby. But I lost it, miscarriage. Alex knew, helped me through it. That's why he's so protective. A miscarriage? My mind reeled. Why not tell me? It was painful. Buried it. We cried together, holding on. But as we went to bed, I wondered, was that all? Her calls mentioned the full truth. What else? The next days were tense but hopeful. Emily invited Alex over for dinner next week. I met him officially, awkward hugs, small talk. The kids loved him, calling him Uncle Alex instantly. He brought gifts, stories. But I watched for cracks. One night, after he left, Emily's phone buzzed. A text from him. We need to talk about the real reason I'm back. Real reason? Not just family? I snooped again, guilt gnawing. Found hidden emails. Alex mentioning Dad's secret account. Offshore. Millions. He left clues only to us. Millions? Her father was a mechanic. How? Emily's reply, I found the papers years ago. But it's dangerous, tied to his old business partners. The ones you owed. So that's it. Not just inheritance, a hidden fortune, possibly dirty money. Alex back for that? The suspense rebuilt. Was he using her? Endangering us? I confronted Alex alone. What's the real play? He sighed. Dad was involved in smuggling. Hid money before dying. I needed to pay off old debts, guys found me. If not, they'll come after Emily, you, the kids. Threats? My family in danger? I told Emily. She broke down. I knew, that's why midnight calls. Planning to access it safely. We decided together, get the money, pay off, end it. But as we dug into clues, old letters, safe deposit boxes, the danger felt real. Shadowy figures watching our house? Paranoia or truth? One night, a knock at midnight. Not a call, a person. Emily whispered, hide. I peered out, a rough-looking man. Where's Alex? He owes us. Fear gripped me. This was spiraling. The knock echoed through the house like a gunshot in the silence. I froze in the hallway, Emily beside me, her hand clutching mine so tight it hurt. Jake, don't answer, she whispered, her voice trembling. The kids were asleep upstairs, thank God, but my mind flashed to them innocent, vulnerable. The man outside pounded again. I know you're in there, Emily. Alex said you'd help. Alex? What had he dragged us into? I motioned for her to stay back and crept to the door, peeking through the peephole. The guy was burly, tattoos snaking up his neck, eyes cold under the porch light. Not a neighbor. Who is it? I called, trying to sound tough. A friend of your brother's. Open up. Brother-in-law, technically, but semantics didn't matter. Emily shook her head frantically. He's one of them. The debtors. I grabbed my phone, ready to call 911, but she stopped me. No police. It'll make it worse. Alex said they're connected. Connected? Like mafia? This was insane. Our quiet life, soccer practices, movie nights, now a thriller plot? I backed away and the knocking stopped. Footsteps retreated. We exhaled, but sleep was impossible. We huddled on the couch, Emily spilling more. Dad wasn't just a mechanic. He laundered money for these guys. When he died, he hid the bulk in an offshore account. Alex knew bits from before he disappeared. That's why he came back, not just for family, but to get the codes from me. Codes? She pulled out a hidden envelope from under the couch cushion, old, yellowed papers. Dad gave me half the clues before the accident. Said if anything happened, use it wisely. I thought it was ramblings, buried it. But when Alex resurfaced, he had the other half. Together, they formed account details, numbers, passwords, a fortune worth millions. But accessing it meant risking exposure to these thugs. Why not tell me from the start? I asked, hurt lacing my voice. She cupped my face. I was scared. Of losing you, of dragging you in. But now, we have to end this. We planned. Meet Alex tomorrow, combine clues, transfer money anonymously, pay off the debts, destroy evidence. Sounded simple, but my gut screamed danger. The next day, we dropped the kids at a friend's. Sleepover fun, we lied and met Alex at a motel on the outskirts. He looked haggard, bags under his eyes. They found me last night, he admitted. Sent that guy to your house. Sorry. Sorry? I wanted to punch him, but Emily intervened. We pieced the puzzle. Dad's account tied to a Swiss bank, needing biometric scan, Emily's fingerprint as beneficiary, and Alex's code phrase. We drove to a library for secure internet, hearts pounding. As Emily logged in, a car pulled up outside, same tattooed guy. They're here, Alex hissed. We bolted out the back, clues in hand, piling into my car. A chase ensued, tires screeching, horns blaring through city streets. I wove through traffic, Emily crying, Alex shouting directions. We lost them at a red light, but paranoia set in. They'll find us again, Alex said. We need to finish this now. We holed up in a cheap hotel, using a VPN on my laptop. Emily scanned her finger via app. Alex entered the phrase, family first. It worked, account opened. Balance, $5.2 million. Dirty or not, it was there. We transferred half to an anonymous wallet Alex provided for payoff, the rest to a new account for us. For the kids' future, Emily whispered. But as we hit confirm, the door burst open. Tattoo guy and two others, guns drawn. Handed over. How? They tracked Alex's phone. Struggle ensued. I tackled one. Alex fought another. Emily screamed. Gunshot rang out. Chaos. When dust settled, police sirens wailed. Someone called them. Thugs fled, but Alex lay bleeding, shot in the shoulder. Hospital blur. Surgery questions. Alex survived, confessed everything to cops, old crimes, deaths. They arrested the thugs, traced back to a ring. But the money? Gone, seized as evidence. Our share too. We were broke, but safe. Back home, weeks later, life normalized. Alex recovered, stayed with us, bonding with kids. Emily and I grew closer, secrets forging us stronger. But one night, she sat me down. Jake, the twist. The real secret. My breath caught. More? Dad's money wasn't just laundering. It was from a heist, him and partners. But there's something else. Lily, she's not yours. What? The world stopped. Before we dated seriously, I was with someone briefly. When I found out I was pregnant, he left. I told you it was a miscarriage, but I carried her. You proposed soon after, and I let you think. Tears streamed. Lily, my princess, not biologically mine. But I'd raised her, loved her. Why lie? Fear you'd leave. Then Alex knew, pushed me to tell during calls. Shock hit, then sorrow. But looking at Lily sleeping, I felt only love. She's mine. Always. We cried, held each other. The twist broke me, then healed us. No more secrets. Family redefined. But wait, that's not the end. Months later, Alex revealed one last thing. DNA test, he'd done it secretly. Lily was mine after all. The someone was me. We'd had a drunken night early on, forgotten in youth. Emily miscounted dates, panicked. Emotional roller coaster, tears of joy. Our bond unbreakable. Relief doesn't even cover it. When Alex showed us the DNA results that night, papers shaking in his hands, Emily broke down completely, sobs racking her body as she clung to me. I'm so sorry, Jake. I thought. I was scared. But she's ours. Truly ours. I pulled her close, my own eyes stinging, whispering, "It's okay. We're okay." Lily, oblivious upstairs, drawing her unicorns. The weight of months' suspicions chases lies. Lifted, leaving us raw but real. Alex smiled weakly from the couch, bandaged shoulder a reminder of the chaos. Family first, right? Dad's words. We spent hours talking, unraveling years of buried pain. Emily opened up about her childhood, Dad's shady dealings, Mom's illness, Alex's spiral into trouble. "I hid it all to start fresh with you," she said. "But secrets fester." I nodded, sharing my own fears of inadequacy, of losing her. Alex chimed in, "I faked my death to protect you, sis. Those guys would have come for you too. The heist money? Dad's attempt at a legacy, tainted as it was. Seized now, but we didn't care. We had each other." Life moved forward, but with changes. Alex moved in temporarily, helping around the house, teaching Max soccer tricks. The kids adored him. Uncle Alex tells the best stories. Lily beamed. We sought therapy, unpacking the trauma. Sessions were tearful, but healing. One evening, walking the dog, Emily stopped under the stars. "Jake, thank you for not giving up." I kissed her. Never would. But peace was fragile. A letter arrived weeks later, anonymous, postmarked from prison. "The money's gone, but the debt ain't paid." The thugs? One escaped charges, vowing revenge. Paranoia returned, locks changed, security cams installed. Midnight calls now from police updates, not secrets. One night, a shadow outside. False alarm, but it shook us. Alex took the brunt, guilt eating him. "This is my mess." He decided to leave, start fresh elsewhere. Emotional goodbye, kids crying, Emily hugging him fierce. "Stay in touch. No more disappearing." He nodded, eyes wet. "Promise." With him gone, normalcy crept in. Holidays came, Thanksgiving dinner, laughter echoing. But Emily seemed off again, withdrawing. "Just tired," she'd say. I worried, relapse into secrets? One midnight, I woke to her whispering, not on phone, but to herself in the bathroom. "I can't tell him. Not after everything." Heart sinking, I listened. "The doctor's call. It's back." "Back? What?" I burst in. She jumped, pale. "Jake." "I didn't want to worry you." Tests from her annual checkup, cancer. Breast, early stage, but aggressive. The stranger calls early on? Not just Alex. One was her doctor, late-night results. Twist upon twist. Why hide? After all we've been through. I thought I could handle it alone. Tears flowed. We fought it together, chemo, support groups, kids' innocent questions. "Mommy's sick, but she'll be okay." I held her through nights of pain, vowing forever. Remission came, a miracle. But the scare changed us, deeper love, gratitude. Now, years later, sharing this story, I tear up. The overheard whisper led to truths that nearly broke us, but ultimately saved us. Thank you for listening to my story. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment.